Morning friends, today we are going to talk about Yakrit Sarira, Ayurvedic anatomical concept of Yakrit, that is liver. So in this particular lecture, we are only going to talk about Ayurvedic concepts which are related with Yakrit, liver, and specifically for the anatomical purpose or Rachna purpose, Rachna Sarir purpose. So what is Yakrit? So Yakrit is one of the well-known organ for Ayurveda. In Veda, the name Takma or Yakna. These two names have came for this particular organ only, that is Yakrit. It is the part of Madhyamanga or Antaradhi, that is middle section of the body, that is trunk region, which is clearly mentioned in the context of Udara Roga, that is abdominal diseases, and Yakrodana, that is hepatomegaly term in different parts of the classical books, that is Samhitas. Synonyms like Kalkhanda, Jyotisthana, Yakrit Khanda, Yakrit Pinda, Raktadhara, and Raktase are also used for the same organ, that is Yakrit. Reference is given here for Yakrit Kalkhanda, given used by Delhar, and it is said to be one of the residing organs for the Pitta or Pittisthana, that is Pittas Yakrit Plehano, which is also been used or given by the Susrut in the Sudhistan, chapter number 21. So here we have said that it is the place for Pitta also. Srusta explained that fetal nutrition usually depends on the Aharasa, categorized under the maternal factors and Vayu present in Jyotisthana, which is responsible for cell division. And as we know, Aharas is first received by Jyotisthana, especially Yakrit, which is further nourishing the whole of the fetal body. Therefore, Jyotisthana is perceived as Yakrit or can be perceived as Yakrit. In Ashtanga Hridaya, Bhagavad has used the word Yakrit Khanda, which regards to the description of disease indicating the lobes of liver. Yakrit is the site of Rakta Dhatu where blood is stored. Therefore, the word Raktadhara or Raktase can be used. A reference is given here. Soditas Sthan Yakrit Plehano Tach Prageviti Tasyastramev Sesana Sodit Sthanam Anugraham Karote. Means here the place of Sodit, that is Rakta, is said to be the Yakrit and Pleha. So we can call them as Raktase and Raktadhara also. Yakrit as Kost or Kostanga. So Susrut, while explaining the Kosta in the Chikitsa Sthan chapter number 2, has said clearly that Kosta is a place or cavity which is occupied by Amase, Agneyase, Pakwase, Mutrase, Rudirase, Hriday, Unduk, and Phosphorus. So this is a big cavity which have these particular organs inside it. So this can be taken, the Kost can be taken as the trunk region. And as we have already said, that Rakta Ase can be said for the Yakrit and Pliha also. That's why the Rudhira Ase here, what the word has came, we can take for both Yakrit as well as Pliha. Charak in Sarir Sthan explains the Kostanga, that is organs of the parts of Kost, which are 15 in number. Among them, one of them is Yakrit also. So here, Yakrit is said to be the one of the Kost or Kostangas as per Charak and Susrut both. On the developmental part, we can see in the relation to the development, Yakrit is developed from Matraj or maternal factor. As we can see, all the soft organs or the visceras are basically from the Matra Bhav only or Matra factor only, like Mas, Sodit, Med, Majya, An Abhi, Yakrit, Pliha, Andhra, Buddh, Prabhatani, Murdani, Matra Chani. Achar has also opened that genesis of Yakrit from Rakta Dhatu, as Ayurveda narrates the basic principles, including Panchmahabhut, Three Dosa, Sabdhatu extra in the view of embryology and organogenesis. So here we are going to see that it will be from basically the Rakta Dhatu. In Sarir Sthan, Susrut has clearly mentioned that Yakrit is developing from Rakta Dhatu, Garbhas Yakrit Plehano Soditaju. According to Acharya Arundatta, the three bhav padarth, that is Samanvayu, Deha, Usma, and Rakta Dhatu, take part in the formation of Yakrit Plehan. Here also we can say that Rakta is taking part in the formation of Yakrit. While considering these verses, whatever we have talked in the developmental part, it can be clear that all achars were sure about the major role of Rakta Dhatu in the development of Yakrit, starting from Susrut to Bhagavata. So what is color or swarup of this particular organ? In the classics, various references regarding the color of Yakrit can be seen during the elucidation of sign and symptom, or when we are going to study the sign and symptom of a particular disease related with some part of the body. The color of Viridity abscess is similar to the color of Yakrit, that is Krishna Lohitam. From there, we can take out that the color of the Yakrit will be Krishna Lohitam, that is reddish brownish. Acharya Bhagwat has compared the color of Pitta Jars with Sukrajiva, that is tongue of parrot, Yakrit Khand and Jaloka, which is again the reddish brownish in the color. So the word or color can be taken as a reddish brownish on the basis of these two examples. On the for the Sarupa, we have to see the Brihan Nayak Upanishad, where the appearance of Yakrit and Pliha are said to be just like a Parvat or mountain. So what is the location of this particular organ? Remember, we are only talking on the concepts of Ayurveda only. So Acharya Susruta and many other also stated that the site of liver is right inferior to the heart. Tasya adho Pliha focuses Dakshinato Yakrita Glum. So in the relation of Hridaya heart, this particular site or location has been can be derived. Again, you can see Dalhan has also said same thing. Yakrita Kalkhanda Dakshina Parsvasa. So right inferior or lateral is the location in the relation to the heart is the place for the site for Yakrita, and it is placed basically on the right side only. One concept is taken from Sira also to Rakt Vahini Sira, all are placed or all are deriving from the Yakrit Pliha only. The reference is given here. So on the basis of Sira also we can see Rakt Vahinas. So Yakrit is related with Rakt Vahini Sira, the Rakta Siras. If we want to see Kala related with Yakrit, so there are two references we can find. One is the direct one, that is Raktadhara Kala. It is the second one in the Kalas, that is Raktadhara Kala after the Masdhara Kala. Here it is written clearly Tasyam Soritam Visesas Sirasu Yakritulu Plenas Bhavati. So Raktadhara is mainly located in the Mas and in Sira Yakrit and Pliha. A beautiful example is given to make you understand what is this Raktadhara Kala. It is exemplified as the milk or latex secreted which is flowed out on the cutting of latex tree. Rubber tree, when we are going to cut it, then the latex is come. Same thing will happen if we are going to cut the muscular part of the body and blood will come out through it. One more reference can be taken from the Maladhara Kala, which is given in the reference of Purisidhara Kala, that is fifth one in the sequence. Here it is said that is starting from the Yakrit till Undu, the particular membrane, particular Kala which is present in that particular part of abdomen can be called as Maladhara Kala because it is placed where the nutrited food or undigested food can be differentiated or starts to differentiate. Means they are creating the mal or stool apart. So there also Maladhara Kala Yakrit term has been used. If you count the number of species given in the different parts of the body, so in Yakrit along with some other organs, they have given 6 in the number. First of all, they have said in whole of the course there are 66, then Sat Yakrit Plihanu Udit Kesu. So this reference is given by Susru Saristan. In the same reference, a commentary has been done by Gayadas. He says that there are 7 in number along with Sapto Udar Falke Yakrit Adibhi. Means Yakrit and Udar Falak both are including going to have 7 number of faces. So this is the number of muscles or muscular parts which are present, you can see in the Yakrit. Then in the reference of the Srotas, Raktva Srotas directly has his Mool Sthan along with Raktavahini Dhumni for the Yakrit. So you can see a Yakrit and Pliha have been considered the Mool Sthan of this Srotas. Why these are being considered? During embryonic development, origin of Yakrit and Pliha takes place from Sronit. Already I have told you the Utpatti or development. And after the birth, for a particular time, the production of Rat takes place in Yakrit and Pliha in certain conditions. Hence, on the basis of Guna Samanya Asraya relation between Yakrit, Pliha and Sronit Dhatu, we can say these are the Mool Sthan of Raktavaha Srotas. Srotas are channels which carry the Rakta in different parts of the body, you can say like this. So in this way, Yakrit and Pliha justifies Mool Sthan with the origin and storage point of view. So reference is given here, which is taken from Susrut Saristan, chapter number 9. So here, Tayo Moolam Yakrit Plihanu Raktavahinis Dhamnaya. So simply you can understand that this Raktuvahad Srotas is going to have Mool Sthan with Yakrit Plihan Raktuvahini Dhammi. So what are the functions or karya of this particular organ, or what is physiology of this particular organ, you can say. So Acharya has stated that the main function of Yakrit is to offer red blood to Ras Dhatu, that is Ranjak Karma. A reference is given here. You can see Sar Khalvapeo Rasur Yakrit Plihano Prap Rag Mupeti. However, according to Acharya Bhagu, this function is carried out in Avasya. According to Susu, the function of pith, which has its seeds in the liver and spleen, that is secreted pliha, consists of imparting its characteristic pigment Ragakrit to the Ras Dhatu, and hence it is called as Ranjaka Agni, which is present here. Again, the reference is given as you can see here. Jattu Yakul Plihano Pittam Tasmin Ranjako Agni Riti Sangya. Acharya Sarandar has also given similar view about the formation of blood, which is going to happen in here only, that is in the Yakrit path only. So that was about the concepts of or Rachnatmak concepts of the Yakrit related to Rachna Sarir specifically. I think it will be great helpful for you in writing the answers, especially for the Ayurvedic portion of the Yakrit, which is described in all concepts or all references here only itself. Okay, thank you.